Thanks for joining us today, Barry. I'd just like to ask you about New Directions, if I might. How does New Directions contribute to the field of language assessment, in your view?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to answer a few of these questions and for all the work that you and the team have been doing to make the conference happen this year. It looks like it's going to be the only major conference in our field that goes ahead this entire year. So it's a fantastic achievement. And I think for that alone, it's a great opportunity for people to engage with the profession and to engage with professionals from around the region to talk about areas that are really of massive importance and growing importance now for the only time this year. So I think, yeah, it's making a great contribution by keeping alive the discussions, I guess, and by the quality of the discussions as well.
Okay, I'd agree with that. And do you see online conferences becoming the norm, even as things return to normal, whatever that is?
Yes. Yeah? What's normal? I remember my brother had the unfortunate incident where he asked a Christian brother, "What's normal, brother?" after the brother told him he was not normal. And you can imagine what happened next. So what is normal? It's a big question, you know. Personally, I don't see a return to the all-out conferences that we had before, where everybody attends and there's nothing online. I think in future, you know, we've had already a very successful pre-conference workshop online for this conference, and with more to come. And I think, you know, we've got a very exciting looking conference schedule with lots of very interesting looking papers and people trying different things. Like Micheline Chaloux-Deville and myself are attempting to do a joint plenary, even though we're on two different continents. So we've got to find a way to make it happen. So I do think that will continue. I think some sort of a hybrid conference will, and I think should continue. I think it's an interesting way of doing things. But you miss the face-to-face, the opportunity to go face-to-face with somebody whose work you've read or whose presentation you've just been listening to, and just have a good chat with them. I had at a conference a few years ago I had a fantastic conversation with Michael Caine on validity for about 2 hours after my presentation. And it was just great. The opportunity will never happen again.
And do you think people can benefit in the same way by doing things online?
I think it's more difficult because, you know, if it's online, it's much more difficult for you to get hold of that one person. But it may be that what we have to do is we redesign the conference and we say, right, here's the presentation. Now here's an interactive discussion for 30 minutes, or like an hour later or something like that, where you can actually ask your questions in a structured way for another, you know, half an hour, 40 minutes or something like that. IATF will do something like that, and it's a very good opportunity. I think we could bring that into the online experience.
Thank you very much, Barry, for taking the time to do this interview.
You're more than welcome.